Are you curious about the new highlighter by Charlotte Tilbury, Glow Glide by Architect? Me too. Let's begin. Hello guys, I'm Val and welcome back to my channel. Right now I'm focusing more on the makeup and stuff I really enjoy doing rather than a bit of cosplay that I used to do. So I'm sorry if you subscribed to me because of cosplay and now I'm not doing anything that you subscribed for. I will still do a bit of cosplay later, but it's a lot of initial effort and overall effort to do some cosplay makeup. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, today I'm doing a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Glide face highlighter because I was curious about this stuff, and I also was curious about the Beautiful Skin series because it was apparently made for the dry skin, and I do have a dry skin. With Charlotte Tilbury I have a weird relationship. Some of her products I really enjoy. They are absolutely great, but others are more of a mediocre, something like that. So here today I'm testing out a couple of things and we will see how the thing's gonna go. Last Friday, I think it was last Friday, I had a meeting. I booked an appointment, actually Brent booked me an appointment with a makeup artist by them. It's free service, so it was only made to look more luxurious than it is. You can easily get this service by yourself, it's not a problem. You can book an appointment with an artist and you will get recommendations and things like that, so it's a pretty easy thing to do. I'm starting off, by the way, with the cream. This is Magic Cream in the big bottle. I got this as a Christmas present and first I used up the small one completely. That's why I bought another one. I'm also pairing it with the Magic Eye Rescue. These creams were just good for me. I really enjoy that. So, getting back to the story. So Charlotte Tilbury has a service, you can book it, you will get the assignment, appointment, whatever, you will get the makeup artist that will contact you. In my case, her name was Hannah. She was really sweet and they always call you darling. It's very cute actually. So I enjoyed the appointment, it was really nice. So she recommended me a couple of products, so I asked specifically what will be a good match for the foundation because I have never tried the foundation or concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. And she recommended me the Beautiful Skin and I got the shade 1 Neutral, even though I'm very pink, but 1 Neutral, and in concealer I got 2 Fair. So here is the first thing that I'm really curious about. From my previous experience with Charlotte Tilbury, I had the foundation from her that is more suitable for oily skin. I gifted it to Donna because we have almost the same skin color, but she is an oily girl and I'm a drier than the desert. So this guy here, I have concerns about this because first of all there is no cool tone on the website, which is weird. Like, you can be fair and cool toned, it's not that uncommon. I don't know what it's justified as. And generally I did not notice a lot of shades of this stuff in there. So this is another something that you have to be careful about. Now, if you look closely to the Magic Concealer and to the foundation, I will show it like this. Do you see how light the concealer is, despite it being the shade 2? Yeah. That also concerns me right now. So anyway, I'm starting as usual. The second step for me will be my MAC Prep and Prime. This time I'm just using mini because I'm lazy to grab the full one. Everything drops everywhere. And I'm gonna be doing this the same way as I apply my foundation and concealer. Except first, usually I do the color correcting of the under eyes, but I wanted to see how this is wearing. So, starting off, this is more than enough for my whole face, I think. I'm not very full coverage person and I apply my foundation in a bit weird way probably. But this has been working for me and I enjoy that. Whatever will be left I will buff out with the sponge, but that's what we're starting with. I'm usually leaving the area where the concealer will go a bit more free, but all the other things should be covered. And the neck too. I will grab a sponge to fill out, but so far it looks good. And the next will be the concealer moment. Just a regular sponge, and I'm just going over. I don't see myself very closely. The only thing that I noticed in the bathroom is that my face is a bit more yellow or more like neutral, which is what is this is neutral. This makes sense, rather than pinky. Pinky promise. Now let's switch to concealer. Concealer I'm usually applying with this brush. This is a Zoeva concealer buffer. A very nice brush, I use it all the time. I don't do a lot of this. This is also under eye brightening concealer type thing. Maybe I will apply some more places, but it's it's looking a bit too bright, to be honest. So this is approximation of what I'm dealing with, and oh, why not? As I don't have a primer from her, at least. So this shade is much lighter, and this is number 2 in fair, while the other one, the foundation shade, is actually 1, and it's kind of supposed to be lighter, but it's not. So this is a radiant concealer, I think, and it contains a bit of a reflective pieces in it, particles. I'm not sure what it is, but when I tried it out first time on my hand in the store, it had quite a radiant effect, and you can probably see it quite nicely here because of the lighting that I have. It just reflects the light. My under eye and overall eye area are hollow's land, and because of that I need to cover them up constantly. It's also discolored due to pinkiness, and yeah. So this will be my regular concealer and foundation routine. I will let you know how this wears because I'm really curious if it's gonna hold up or not. It will be maybe a short clip at the end of this video after a few hours. I still need to do everything, but overall base is really nice. What I do next usually is I'm setting it, and because I'm dry, I'm not using powders. I'm using the Airbrush Flawless Spray, and what I'm doing with it is full face and then dabbing with the sponge. First of all, it removes the 2 extra whatever you have of the spray, and then it just sets the stuff for me. So this is how I do it. You can maybe do it differently. Doesn't look too bad. Now let's move on to other things that I have from Charlotte. One of my favorite things actually are her face palettes. They are gorgeous and they are not that affordable, unfortunately. But if you manage to get a discount on them, I would recommend to grab one. This is one of them. This is Nude Gasm. It's a very nice palette, looking like this. It has 2 contour shades, a blush, and a bit of highlighter, but highlighter we're doing the different ones, so I'm gonna skip it. And also, if you are not into blushes so much, or you don't want this specific blush shade, which is a bit more peachy, orangey, you can take also on discount. I don't think it's worth the full price, 64 euros for this small palette. It's good, yes, but no, on discount, yes. Full price, I don't think I would pay. So this is really nice as well. This is a shade light to medium. She also has the medium to dark. I did not try that one, but I'm really curious to see if it actually works nice on the black or dark skin tone. If you can point me out to any YouTuber who actually did that, because I'm not too familiar with YouTube, I'm a bit out, I would really appreciate that. It's really interesting to see how these things perform and if they are worth getting them in my kit, because sometimes we need to work with dark-skinned people and I want to provide the diversity. I want to be able to mix and match things that I need for any skin tone and any skin type. So anyway, here I'm diving into the palette. A bit of dark, a bit of medium tone. What I usually do is this. I'm not huge on the contouring, not huge on anything really. In real life, I'm not wearing foundation every day. Sometimes I'm just staying at home whole day, looking into my computer, coding some stuff, and not wearing anything. I do skincare though, but makeup can wait. Last bits that I do are the jawline, and that is my contour. For the blush, I'm gonna use this blush. It's very reflective, so hopefully it will be fine. I do like peach tone blushes, but mostly I use a peach tone blush, just a matte one, Harmony by MAC, but not always. I feel like sometimes it makes me more adult, you know what I mean? Aged, kind of. But with lenses you will look cute anyway, that's why I'm wearing them. So that is so far the thing. Now the star of the show that I really wanted to try out anyway, the Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter. Glowing, lifted, young looking skin for cheeks, nose, jawline, eyes and lips. It looks nice so far. Let's open it up. Inside we have a packaging. It was also in the little bag like this, and yeah, not the most protective, I guess, but still. So that's it. I don't know how to show it properly because everything is so reflective. Okay, this is what we have. It's absolutely new. There is a bit of a foil, whatever, but like the heck? No, it's not getting down, like not like you're losing it, but I feel like it will be swirling. I already saw one video about it, just swirling around. I'm gonna use my big fluffy brush for the highlighter, and I usually take it like this. I'm not swirl it around. There is a bit of a fallout here. This shade is Moonlit Glow, by the way. I did not take Pillow Talk, it was a bit too pinky for me, for my liking. I did not take the other ones because one was too bright maybe, the others were too dark, so I thought that this one will be looking good. So I'm doing all of that. With smaller brush it's going to be a bit more precise application, of course, but I just like to glow everything, and it matches my concealer right now, weirdly. I will show the footage of how I look in the kind of a regular lighting, but anyway, I'm still concerned about the shakiness of the package and how it's just swirls in there. Yep, it can swirl in there. This is not okay, but it's pretty, and I'm gonna swatch it here as well. This is done. Now I'm gonna do, I have powder and I have palette. This is the eyeshadow palette, which I will use today as well. And this is Airbrush Flawless Powder, which I don't really use because I don't need to. So this is gonna be out, but for all other things, except mascara, I don't have liner or mascara. I have this little guy, and I have a Pillow Talk collection lip and Pillow Talk liner as well. So I'm gonna apply all of that, and I will be back for my thoughts and how I feel so far. So this, I'm sorry, that was not intended. This is my final result for this look. I used a bit of eyeshadow, I used a bit of everything, and the lipstick I'm wearing is also the Pillow Talk. It looks a bit more red, not red, what am I talking about? Rosy, peachy, it's not bad, but it's not the most flattering. And also matte lipstick is not the main formula that I really enjoy. So this is what I'm dealing with. I'm gonna show you the footage of how it looks in the real life, and after some time I will get back with the date on how it wears and how it looks. This is 15:59 so far, you see? Yes. So I will get back around 6 something, probably. A couple hours, just a couple hours at least. Let's take a look at the footage from my phone now. This is a very bright light. It's not correctly configured in terms of the white balance for the phone. It's just too much lighting for the phone right now. But this is bright and shiny, and I'm not looking oily, I think, but I'm looking good actually so far. Let's see how it wears. Also, let's see it in the other lighting, because this is just a lot. Different lighting, different voice. I'm not sure if it will be properly seen or whatever. It's cute. I definitely like how it looks. I opted for brown eyeliner, which I really like. Getting closer, the skin looks really nice so far, and I'm not hating it, but it's very, very sparkly. Very sparkly when I look at myself. I don't know if this is gonna make things better or worse, but let's see how it wears, let's see how the things will go and what we're gonna end up with. It has been 3 hours. It's 7 now, and I've finished this at around 4, and this looks really good, except it starts to get into the little smile lines on my eyes, and here I have a couple of lines as well. It's not critical at all, and it's not as bad. It's not starting to separate just like the previous one that I've tested with the MAC Skin Tint thingy. And look at the cheek glow, is gorgeous. I'm so far really happy about it, and this is easily removed, but I'm, for the purpose of test, gonna leave it like that. I also had a bit of a drink, so the top of my lipstick is off, and somewhere in the center is as well, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying this look, and I'm gonna wear it for a few more hours, because usually after like 4 hours it starts to do something bad, if it's something. But so far wears really nicely, looks really nice, and I'm loving it. Now it's been quite a few hours. It's 10 right now, as you can see, and my foundation still looks pretty much great. The concealer actually went into the crevices, and it gave me a bit of the dryness right here, and yeah, in sets into the smile lines. So like for concealer, I would not use it as a pure one, but rather the like highlighting concealer. It also has these little shiny sparkles in it, which kind of makes it more of an interesting twist rather than a proper concealer. I would still stick to my original concealing methods. However, I find it all very, very nice looking, and this highlight, as you can see, is absolutely beautiful. It stays on, stays put. I did not actually become too oily or anything. It sits very nicely, I like it. And overall, the foundation, this foundation for dry skin, it's definitely a pass. Concealer is a bit more tricky. Highlighting concealer, illuminating stuff, that is definitely a thing. The highlighter itself is beautiful. I would definitely use it. Despite the package, the product is good. Maybe I can just fix it inside somehow, and that would be great in itself. I also removed the lenses, if you did not notice, and my lipstick is gone because I had dinner, so nothing is left. But the face wears beautifully. Maybe if you are having more oily or normal skin, it will break a bit of oil, but for me as a dry person, this is absolutely perfect. And in real life, as you would have seen in the previous footages from my phone, it is great. So overall, I'm really happy. I'm gonna continue using that, and maybe I will take the full day with it. I think it should hold up without problems. And that was it. That was very interesting to test out, to have the wearing test, to see how it all just sits and performs. I'm pretty impressed. As I said, Charlotte Tilbury on discount is something that you definitely can take. It's worth that price, but maybe not full price, if you know what I mean. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked this video and it was helpful for you. And see you in the next one. Bye!